Greetings, Nimrods. We're out in the lead shed doing a quick video. I should supposed to be able to this way, huh? Alright. Whoa, does that make you dizzy? At any rate, so we're continuing on with our Nimrods 101, Reloading 101. We're talking about the components. And today we're talking about this little guy here, the wad. Last time we talked about powder. Today we're going to talk about wads. Not too much to talk about here. Obviously, use wads that are in your recipe that you're drawing from. Don't substitute. But I will tell you that it's perfectly okay, in my opinion, to use replacement wads. In other words, off-brand wads. So, like this wad here is a AA 12SL replacement wad, which is the Claybuster 1112. And the reason I use replacement wads is they are remarkably cheaper. I mean, a lot. So I don't know anybody who actually uses your Remington or Winchester wads. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do use them for 12 gauge. I back when I was doing, 20 gauge, when I was doing 7/8 ounce, 7/8 ounce 20 gauge loads, which was a long time ago, because now I do 3/4 ounce, and I don't use these wads anymore. I had a bunch of these. I forget where I got them, but I have a pile of RXP 20s, and I haven't used them in a long time, and I'm not sure that I will, because I'm so cheap. I just use the 3/4 ounce loads instead of the 7/8, so I won't be using those anytime soon. Someday, maybe, when the price of lead comes down, or for hunting loads, but I have different wads for hunting loads. Same thing with these 1 ounce loads is pretty much what you use the AA 12SL's wads for. And sometimes I make 1 ounce loads, but some sporting clays, especially if I'm using number 8s instead of number 9s or 8.5s, I might make 1 ounce loads. But generally, I'm sticking with 7/8 ounce target loads for the 12 gauge, and the Winchester AA 12L replacement wad is the Claybuster's CBO 1/7/8 for 7/8. That's my mainstay. Almost all my 12 gauge loads is this wad, and there are other replacement wads, but I like the Claybuster wads. I tried, now I'm probably going to get the name wrong. It was like Clay Duster or something like that. I forget. There's a bunch of them, and I tried one other one, and it was different. It was definitely not quite the same as the Winchester wad or this gray wad, even though it was specified to be a AA 12L replacement wad. So I stick with the Claybusters. They're readily available where we are here, and I think they are everywhere. And they seem to be very consistent and very inexpensive, and they come in bags of 500 as opposed to if you buy your Winchester wads, they're going to be $250, and they're going to be $8 for $250, and this is probably $11 for 500. So, and so my 20 gauge, because I'm doing, even though this says 7/8, there are loads that you can do 3/4 ounce with this load, with this wad, and they do make, Claybusters makes a 10 3/4 20, and a lot of the Claybusters now, the data you get will actually be specific to the Claybuster wads and not even the Winchester wads, so something to be aware of. But that's what I'm using right now for 20 gauge 3/4 ounce loads, 7/8 ounce 12 gauge loads, and sometimes 1 ounce loads, and then of course with only 410. So again, Claybusters. So that's Boy, look at it. It says a whole bunch of different ones. I haven't even looked at this. I think the recipes I actually look at is, might even have the Claybuster wad for that, but the AA 410 high strength, that's the, and the replacement would be the CB 5050 410 HS. And that's what we use for, and no, I don't do 3/8, I do half ounce. I mean, it's a little, almost not enough shot as it is. So, pretty simple. Those are the target wads. Again, we're talking about target loads in the Reloading 101 series here. And, you know, hunting loads are very different. We have lots of different loads we use for hunting different critters, right? So, at any rate, hope you like that video. I know that wasn't much. We're just talking about something, the components one at a time, and the wads aren't too terribly exciting, are they? But stay tuned. We'll start talking about the next component. I bet you can't guess what it is. So remember to like the video if you liked it. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Share it with your social media friends. And of course, subscribe. Nimrod wants you to subscribe. Happy hunting, Nimrods.